Alright.
This is the one and only, and it is Wednesday, and I'm here with your favorite podcaster, Whitney Lee of Whitney Escapes, and it is the Whitney's Escape podcast. Oh. Stop. It's my What up,
Ew,
though?
Wes. What's going on, sister?
Out here living a dream, trying to figure out my life. But I'm get it. I'm thankful for, for the one that I have, for sure. Yeah.
Amen to that. We all got to figure out our lives, That reminds me, I was talking to my daughter's teacher earlier. And we were just talking about that, like figuring out your new norm. You don't want to admit that this is your new norm, but if you don't, you're going to be really screwed. And I was like, yeah, I'm having a hard time admitting to this new norm.
You mean how it's new that you're wearing a bonnet on the show?
Well, yes, it is new because it's Thanksgiving Eve and I've been cooking all day and I'm still cooking. And if you guys know, or those who don't know, I have a degree in culinary. And the first thing you do when you cook is you wrap your hair so your hair doesn't get in your food. So since I'm in the process of still cooking and I still had to do my show, I'm not taking it off just in case my timer goes off. I was like, excuse me, make sure none of my stuff messes up. So I got to keep my hair wrapped up. So yes, I do have a bonnet on because when I have my Thanksgiving feast, I don't want none of my hair and my food that I prepare. Exactly. That's the So every night when I cook, before I come here, I have a bonnet on.
I want to read for now. That is horrible. Ugh.
But please accept me for who I am.
Exactly. No, but it's real bit like even before, how we always talk about Thanksgiving meals and just cooking in general. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not really that clean. Period. Clearly, look at COVID. It's because of germs is the reason why it's still around. But as cooks and stuff, a lot of them don't wear hairnets. They don't wear bonnets. They don't pin their hair. They don't do nothing. They just cook like it's cool. They have dogs. Certain people. They have like animals and stuff around and stuff. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And then you want to get mad at me because I'm mad that I found like a hair or something in my food or something. Like, yo, like, did you wrap your hair? Like, this is disgusting.
Mm-hmm. I don't play that because that is a turn on, even for me. Even though I'm the one cooking, I don't want to see my hair from my head on my plate. Like, that is disgusting. I ain't about that life. So I try to take all proper measurements, wash my hands 1,000 times.
Proper measurements. Isn't that like a baking ring?
Yes, you are correct. I was baking earlier, so maybe that's why I'm still in that terminology.
Let me guess. Since you're so cultured, knowing you probably made like a sweet potato pie or something.
Yes, I made that yesterday, but I was baking my pound cake today. Thank you.
Shout out to DJ Easy.
Hey. And I actually let my kids help make the pound cake, even though I didn't want them to, but they were harassing me, so I let them. So I had to say proper measurements, and that's probably why
I get it. Cultured people eat sweet potato pie, and
it's not culture, anything. I just enjoy sweet potato pie. I don't care what the background is. I enjoy sweet potato pie.
Growing up, my go-to dessert was cheesecake.
Oh, how did I know that? And I don't eat cheesecake. I make a delicious cheesecake, but I don't eat cheesecake.
Are you done? Good. So now it's like, what would I actually want if someone wants to make me a dessert? You know what I probably want? A peach cobbler.
I can see it.
I know that you're not a fan of like store-bought things, like patty pies or whatever. But me and a colleague, we actually tried the peach and apple cobbler by her. It's delicious. I'm the same paying $8-9 for it.
Well, where do you get it from?
Schwalmart. But what?
Swalmart?
That's Walmart. Schwalmart. It's actually, and then I think about it now, like it's not really that bad paying $8, $9 for it because if you go to people who make pies and stuff anyway, their pies are $10, $15, $20 a pop anyway. Maybe I was just being cheap in that moment, but it was actually quite delicious. I can't eat like a big piece because I'm already sweet, so I don't indulge in extra sweetness like that. But I would definitely buy it again and get like a bougie slice. You know what a bougie slice is? A bougie slice is that little thing where it's enough to eat, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Or
I
something.
ain't never
What
like
is it, lemon meringue or a key lime? You know do that stuff?
yes, I do, but I don't eat that. I like sweet potato pie.
Cultured sweet potato
It's
pie.
not culture. I just enjoy sweet potato pie.
Let me
I
ask you
like
this. Let
I
me
like
ask
sweet
you this.
potatoes, so I
This is
enjoy the
not cultured.
pie.
Let me ask you this. You ready?
Hmm.
Since it's not cultured, right? Let me ask you this. Do you eat pumpkin pie?
No. How about me? I make a good pumpkin pie too for other people, but I prefer sweet potato pie. So it's just my
Okay.
preference.
Awesome. So when it comes to your menu, right? Since you're
Mhm.
not cultured like that, do you eat or make green bean casserole?
Yeah. And like I have 1 year for a request because somebody I know named T Quest requested green greens casserole. But that's not what it's not a cultural thing,
I
it's a
know.
preference thing. Okay? I went to school and have a degree in culinary. So I cook everything. It's just certain things I prefer to eat. Has nothing to do with my background. It all has to do with my palate. And my palate enjoys sweet potato pie. My palate enjoys pound cake. My palate enjoys collard greens, yams, macaroni cheese, cornbread, ham, turkey, stuffing, just regular
You know
stuff.
what my palate likes?
Potato salad.
My palate likes green bean casserole.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You enjoy your green bean casserole
I
with your
like,
mashed potatoes and whatever else you want to eat. You
yeah,
do that.
with
But
the
over here, we ain't doing that.
cranberry gloves. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, it's
Like,
funny.
I don't even listen. I don't even think I'm gonna have sweet potato pie by Thanksgiving. God's honest truth. I made them yesterday, and my husband was already like trying to cut into my pie. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? This is for Thanksgiving. But it's for me though. I'm like, it's not for you. It's for the whole house. Like, what are you doing? Got the eggnog, like about to eat up the whole pie, and like, I'm not gonna have pie by Thanksgiving. I'll be really pissed.
And that's the thing. I know you're more traditional, right? Which is cool. I used to be that way, and then my life changed once I touched that mic. But in them streets, right?
I'm not more traditional.
Listen,
I am more Southern palate food girl. It has nothing to do
I
with
love
your
Southern
tradition.
food.
I just love certain things. Like even if
I
it
like
wasn't
I like
Thanksgiving,
back
I
fish.
still eat this stuff on a regular. Like at least once a month, I have the same dishes. So it's just
And I was gonna get there. You cultured queen. So
stop acting like I don't eat other stuff. Like I don't appreciate you trying to act like I don't eat
no,
other
I'm
stuff.
just saying because like with you, like you're traditional, even though you're denying it, and you make the black Thanksgiving meal, like you said, with the collard green candy and macaroni and cheese, a few slices of ham, potato salad, all that, right?
Because I just enjoy eating it.
I know, and that's a beautiful thing,
With
right?
the croissants, because they go crazy for the croissants too.
Croissants. Yeah. So like with me, I can enjoy that stuff. I like a like slice of ham and cranberry, slice of cranberry,
Yes, I think that's a camera.
cranberry jelly. I like that some too, but it
You
was
know
never
what's funny?
what?
Good, my head itches. Since we were talking about the old fashioned, so I'm making my homemade stuffing, right? And my husband goes, "Hey, you put cornbread in there?" I was like, "Yeah, I never knew that." Because
Because
you know what it
most
is?
don't
I
cook.
always usually make it in my big pot, but because I was making so many things, because I want everything done today, because tomorrow I have to drop off, meals to certain people. So I'm like, I didn't
Thanksgiving
want
Uber.
I don't want to have to cook on Thursday and take it to people. So I'm like, I get up early and I'll just drop off. I'll just drop off the plates, and the containers and whatnot. So was making so all my pots, are basically being used. And he was like, "Yo, you put the I'm like, yeah. He's like, I never seen you make it like that before. I said, because usually I just put it all in my pot that I make, but I had to put it out so I can make it. Was just so funny. I'm like, yo, you don't know any, you just eat. You don't know anything that goes in a process. And I was like, then I go, John, that's my secret recipe. Homemade cornbread. Not the jiffy. You got to get the real cornmeal and the baking powder. And he's like, oh, that's why it comes out so good.
When he's in a position where he just eats the food,
Yeah.
you don't really know what's really going on
No.
in the pot. He just know what goes on his plate.
Yeah. He doesn't know the
And
process.
you're gonna do him justice. You're gonna get him right. Like every day and night.
Uh-huh. But you know what's funny? I realized since we've been together so long, his eating pattern and palate has totally changed and mimics mine. Like everything that he said in the beginning that he didn't like, he doesn't want to eat, he eats now. And I think it's so funny. I'm like, oh, are you eating that? Yeah,
You
it's
know what it
hilarious.
is? It's something I said before when they were like kids don't eat vegetables, they don't like it. I'm like, no, I think no disrespect. The parents just don't know how to cook.
Bing!
Or they're like, oh, we can't make it like this, it's too fattening, but and you know what I'm saying? So I think it's more the fact that maybe him or other people, they're just not used to certain type of cooking growing up. So that means they're already turned off of certain things. So when you bring it back up, it's like, oh no, I don't eat that. I'm good on all that. But then when they
It's true. When I did my cooking classes, a lot of kids like, I don't eat this. I don't. I said, don't tell me you don't eat it until you try it. I said, it's totally different when you're making it yourself because
Yeah.
you can control the sweetness, the sourness, the spiciness. You control all that. So it changed. And like one of my favorite chefs and teachers said in my first day in culinary school at Johnson and Wells, he said, anything can taste good. You just got to know how to cook it.
Exactly.
So
Just
I'm
like
like,
somebody was telling me that they don't like Brussels sprouts. They think it's disgusting. I'm like, but you love cabbage. I'm like, Brussels sprouts and I'm a baby cabbage. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm, I'm like, yes, it is. I'm like, you know why you say that? Because no disrespect, the moment you tried it,
didn't make it right.
they didn't make it right. And they're just turned off. Now, why I tell people first impressions is everything because that sets the foundation of how the relationship is going to build or not at all. Like with restaurants, they tell you don't be rushing to open up. Make sure that food and stuff is on point because the first time somebody trying it ain't on point, they ain't coming back. Those where you get your first reviews. And even if you got it after the fact, they're already completely turned off. That's
Or
when
even if they're already open. Not places I go
I
to,
remember when
I won't go back.
there was a certain franchise. I'm not gonna downplay them. They came to our city. I was like, bet I'm in there, right? And then I was just like, okay, let me get my usual. Hi. And I was like, yeah, let me get that. And when I got it, I'm like, what is this? What kind of meat? I couldn't even identify the meat. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I wasn't turned off from the franchise altogether.
Mm-hmm.
I was just turned off of that location because they just opened and they didn't have it right, They didn't have it right. And it was like really greasy and I was just turned off that location, but I still eat it from the other franchise location, just not that one. It took me like a year or so before I actually went there to make sure they got it right. So when I went to go get what I like, it was on point. That makes sense?
It does. You're better than me because I don't care where it is. If I get one bad something, I don't go back. So many places, I don't care. If I go there one time and they mess me up, I haven't been
It's
back.
like, how you eat at the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine if you go to one of the Cheesecake Factories somewhere else and
Mm-hmm.
that meal, that one particular meal wasn't up to par and you hated it. You're saying you're never going back to Cheesecake Factory ever again in life?
I'm not saying I never, but it'll take me a while to get back there.
To that location or that establishment?
Both.
Mm.
I did that with Whack Lobster. That's what I call it now. I do all the time. It's just, you know what it is? I'm a cook, I'm a chef. And when I have bad
No, you got the black
experiences,
chef hat, aka the bonnet on.
don't let me put my real chef hat on now. But when I experience, bad cuisine, it just pisses me off. I'm
Mm-hmm.
spending my money. I'm happy that I'm actually not cooking for a change. And if I
Mm-hmm.
have this horrible experience, it'll take me a while to go back to, the location or the establishment because I'm like, now I have a bad taste in my mouth and
Definitely don't
and
want that.
it changes things. So yeah, sorry. I'm
Yeah, so back
picky.
to me. I remember I did a study because I'm a journalist for multiple magazines,
Oh,
and I was just trying to figure out like why people house hop, right? Sometimes I'm like, if you're in a relationship, you're going to my house, my family's house, you're gonna go to your family's house, they're gonna be one big happy family, all this good stuff, right? Or I think if you got like friends that inviting you over and people like to stack up on plates, right? So because you lit. Thanksgiving food can last a max of 4.5, pushing it 5.7 ish days, depending on how you do it. Or if you freeze it, right? If you freeze it, you freeze that homemade stuff and like you lit for next month or so. Right. So I'm thinking it's that too. But then when I really did the research and asked people, one dude was like, nah, that ain't it. I said, what is it? He was like, my mom's really not a cook. So I gotta go get me a decent plate. And that's why I'm just like, if she ain't a decent cook, why do y'all still allow people to cook? Like, why people want spreading feelings, they don't want to hurt nobody. But I'll tell you right now, I would never house hop. It would take a special person to get me the house hop on a Thanksgiving from 3 to 7 different macaroni and cheese, potato salad, ham. Like I'm not even into Thanksgiving slash culture soul food that much that I don't need 1,000 plates. Now we was going on a pizza thon, the different styles of pizza or like sushi, the kind I can eat without the shelf. Like salmon in a
mhm.
thing or the vegetable, like stuff like that. Like I'm with that. But to do the other thing, like Thanksgiving, I'm not. The only time we house hopping, I wouldn't even know if you was my next door neighbor.
I don't house hop, and people know. Like even when I go to people's houses, they know it's like they wait for me to get there to cook, or they know I'm bringing the food. So it's always still kind of like hard. And I don't like doing like I like bringing the food more than cooking at other people's houses, because a lot of times people don't always use the same ingredients I use. So it's like,
Tell them what they be
okay,
using.
now let me try
They
to
be
make this
using
taste
off name
good.
brand. But the thing is this, right? If you are
No.
in a certain area, use off name brand because you're doing it because of pricing, that's on you, right? And maybe that's what you used to, but I'm telling you, it degrades the quality of food. The majority of them off name brands that you use, like the ones you may use is maybe like 98 cents. Said again, the one that's like 2.98 is packed with so much sodium or so much sugar, and it's just not great. And you're like, what'd you do differently? Name brand. Not saying you always have the name brand, but 95.892 times you definitely should. But you know better. What you the chef? What up?
You're right. I tell people most food, a lot of people say, why do your food taste so good? Why do your stuff taste so good? I said, one, because I use quality food. You have to use quality food. And if you can't, you better know what helps me when I go to some people's houses is that they're like, oh, that's not going to taste good. You use that and that. I said, but it's going to taste good. Because when you know a recipe, you could mimic it. Like I make most of everything I make is from scratch. Like I like to make my own barbecue sauce, my own ketchup, a lot of things. So when I'm making things, I know what's in there. So I can manipulate something else. Like if you're using an off-brand something and you don't know what ingredients that are technically in there or how to make the flavor balance like something else, it's going to taste bad. So if you're not willing to manipulate whatever the product is you have to buy the better brand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's how I be trying to tell people, you know what I'm saying? And like not trying to really get on people, but like a lot of people who may go grocery shopping, right? Kool-Aid. Their flavor is a little cheaper, so they go for that instead of the regular brand. I'm like, okay, but you like it's gonna taste a little different if that's what you drink. Syrup, right? Look, if it's not in Jemima,
Don't bring it over here.
it's nothing but car oil.
Like, don't bring it over here. That's what happened. See, this is what happens to my husband, right? Because he's one of those people. That's why I can't send him grocery shopping. But I let him learn the hard way. I said, John, we ran out of syrup and ketchup, right? And he knows only buys certain brands, but he wanted to get the cheaper store brand one and bring it back to my house. I was like, okay, you're gonna eat it. Put that on your pancakes. Put the ketchup on whatever your hash brown. What are you gonna do? Wait, yo, this don't taste right. I said, of course not, because this ain't Jemima's and it's not the ketchup I buy. When you buy other stuff, it doesn't, you can put 4 different ketchups out from 4 different name brands and they taste totally different.
Uh-huh.
They don't taste exactly the same. So when you're out here purchasing things, you need to know that. I don't like certain things because I don't like how it tastes and I don't always want to manipulate things to make it taste how I want it to taste. So I buy things that sounds, taste good to my palate. It's very important, guys. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. And I tell people all the time, everything goes on sale. Everything goes on sale, especially condiments. And they have a long shelf life. So there's no need to not have the good stuff in your cabinets because everything goes on sale. Everything has a long shelf life when it comes to condiments. So that should not be an excuse. You should not be getting a cheaper version unless you like how it tastes. Like everybody palate.
They don't know that they like something better until they try it. It's the same thing when it comes to dating and relationship. If you continue to date the same female and guy, of course nothing's going to change, but when you upgrade your mindset and then you upgrade your selections, you realize how great life can be.
Preach.
Girl, you already did that.
Yeah, so let's change the topic a little bit, but not really.
Oh, okay.
We could do a whole, cooking lesson for you guys. But
we really can.
We really, really, really can. But I don't want to stay on food the whole time because it's only going to do is make me even more hungry. Then it's going to make me
hungry now.
I ate before I came over here something quick. I lost. See, when I start waving at people, I have to lose my train of thought.
You wanted to switch the topic off the food.
I did. I don't not really off of food. Just I want tomorrow Thanksgiving, and we need to let's talk about some things we're thankful for. Let's put this is the Wednesday Thanksgiving edition. Pew 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 pew.
Shout out to your bonnet, but
why are you hating? I should have bedazzled it or something. I should have put
like when they get lit with Thanksgiving tips.
But every guys, just so you know, before I come on here on every Wednesday, I usually have my bonnet on because I probably just finished cooking because my family eats every day around 5:00. So I let them eat, and I usually have it off because then I'll take it off when it's time to eat. But this is what I put on my head, so there's no food. No hair in my food.
Facts. Now you want to talk about what you're thankful for?
Let's just talk about it because this is a Thanksgiving edition of Whitney's Escape Wednesday, and I don't want us to miss the whole premise. Even though the holiday is type holidays, but since we are celebrating it to an extent, I think we should express what we are thankful for. I know you say you're thankful for living or figuring out
about to make when we get off this. Yes, I am thankful for it. But what are you gonna say?
I just want to make sure we touch on things that we are thankful for. Like we're thankful for our viewers and our subscribers. Yes. We're thankful for you guys tuning in every week.
17 years to get you to 100 YouTube subscribers. It was to the point I had to offer free OnlyFans clips just to get to subscribe. They make life so difficult for no
I
yours.
know, and the ones that didn't make it difficult, thank you. I have like over
Yes.
1,000 freaking followers and fans. I don't understand how it was so hard. So hard
100 people.
to get 100 people. Like, for real?
But yeah,
God.
I want to say thank you to our listeners, our viewers, the one who like, share, watch, support, especially the ones that do it on the regular. Like DJ Easy. He loves the show. He appreciates us and what we're doing. Of course, David Wolf. He is the number one supporter for all of our brands and
Yeah,
everything.
he is.
It's so incredible in many ways. You know what I'm saying? Of course, our PR, Ashley Burks, the Duchess, always supporting. We like, and then there's like Bob and, different ones. And we really appreciate you guys because if you guys don't tune in or listen, is pretty much just having a sister conversation.
Yeah. Mora, I have to shout her out
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I saw her the other day and she always talks about our show and how much she loves it. There's so many of you guys who sit there, our parents who watches us, family and friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do the hard way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey guys,
We just want to say thank you because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And thank you.
I will definitely still be here whether y'all watch or not. I don't
Yeah,
care.
but
Like,
thank you to Chief Cuss for starting this because she the one who pushed me to start doing the podcast, and I want to say thank you to her. I know sometimes I could be like tired or dull, but I'm getting there, guys. Work with me. And I save my shows so you guys can see the growth. It's from the beginning, and then as we elevate, you be like, you know what? Look how far we came.
Yes, major growth from the first time you went live, first time you was on a camera, first time we did selfie film.
I still ain't good with the selfies. It's progress, but I want people to see this journey so they know that they can do it as well. And on a personal,
not the same time we do it, but you could definitely do it yourself.
Yes. Not on Witness Escape Wednesday, approximately at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
I understand. Yeah, you. Oh, sorry.
That was so fast. I didn't get to read it.
David Wolf, you're awesome. Well, you said thankful to me, but I want to say thank you to you. You've always been like my rock, my ride or die all day, every day for 33 years in a month. You know what I'm saying?
Technically, you're right. 30 years a month and how many days? And
5 days, baby. And not just because we're related, blood related, same mother, same father, all that. But just in general, when it comes to personal, when it comes to business, when it comes to traveling, because yes, as an entertainer, I've always traveled by myself. But I realize it is definitely easier when you have a travel agent that can do certain things. Because I'm so bougie now. It's just like, what? No, my TA, she handled all of that for me. Thank you.
It does have its perks when you know what you're doing. I want to thank you to Sandoz because I was just there, and Grenada. And I will talk more about it. I am going to put some more pictures up today. I have to thank you very much because the hospitality there, the butlers, the food, it was just amazing.
I know. You was sliding my deal like, yo, you saw what Whitney Escapes was that? You saw that room? You saw that beat? You saw that pickles? I'm like, yeah.
It was, and I want to show people because at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, even with me having my business took a huge hit. No one's traveling. So all you guys know, like, it took a huge hit. Come here, babe.
Should I take it out?
Does it look like it needs to come out?
I'll take it out.
My husband's always
moment. Oh, he don't want to burn the food because he wants to eat it.
And was on the laptop?
No, I didn't. You see, this is called parenting 101. My husband know I'm lying, but he's like, yo, should I take the stuff out the oven? Like, I'm like, is it done? I don't know, but I'm going to take it out because I don't want it to burn. So I'm just going to.
That's hilarious. But, at the end of the day, we don't want to mess up Thanksgiving dinner.
We don't. So I appreciate him even taking the opportunity
So he was like, "Look, I respect you live and all, but this is Thanksgiving dinner. Okay? What we mentally prepare for this every third Thursday of November every year. Okay, like
You already sad because our game
like,
got
you
canceled.
on with Quest, and I think I can interrupt for like 20 seconds to make sure we don't burn the food. We don't want to recap of last year. Shade.
If you're watching, you know who she's talking to. But yes, on a personal note, I like to show where I have gone and going because I want people to know you can do this too. You know what I'm saying? Like I
You
said,
can do it, put your mind into it.
woo, I can do it. But to let you know that you guys can, that you can do it too. You know, like I said, my business took a huge hit. It's COVID for everybody. It's a pandemic out there for everybody. But I'm still traveling, so like you guys know that. You know, places are still open. You can get these great experiences still today. Feel comfortable, feel confident. And I'm going to show some really cute and cool pics of things that I did. I kind of like figuring out how I want to theme it, like do like food, all the food I had, and like the water sport, you know, stuff like that.
Don't do the food tomorrow because it's gonna
I'm
be.
not doing the food tomorrow. I'll probably do that like I don't know next month.
I'm saying you don't want to be in the midst of all the nasty plates that's gonna be shown tomorrow.
Please don't show the nasty food. Nobody wants to see
I only
that.
want to see the before and after because sometimes y'all before look a hot mess. Even
Even
if
if
it's
it tastes
raw,
good, it don't always look good.
what people don't realize is nobody really cares what you're eating. You know, like, oh, that looks so good. I'll come for a plate. You ain't really gonna give them a plate. But even if it tastes good, the whole purpose of putting videos and plates on social media is not because it tastes good. It has to look good because we're not eating it. We're looking at the video and we're looking at the picture, which means it's all about presentation.
We're doing it.
Your presentation has to be on point. I don't even care if food's nasty. The presentation you present to us has to be on point.
Exactly.
People,
Some be like, what is that? Some of the stuff I don't even know what it is.
They zoomed into it. I'm like, we don't know what it is. It looks like
It's this face.
like it is
It's this face.
exactly. Like we don't know what it is.
Where's the bathroom?
Oh my god! Like even with me, sometimes I'll cook and I want to post, but if it don't look like it's appetizing to like the way that the camera captures it, I'm not posting it.
Yeah. And too, the color concept, like that's one thing I learned colors too. You can't just have everything that's white on a plate that doesn't look nice. You need to pop a color. Things need to be like layered on top of each other. That's why when you go to 5-star restaurants, they take all their time for plate presentation. Because the first thing you do is you eat with your eyes. You see it first, and if it looks good, you want to eat it. But back to being thankful. I'm thankful for my family, of course, even though they've been driving me crazy. Okay, get the work done, my love. Driving me crazy during this pandemic. I'm so thankful for
you. Always pause when it comes to things
because I have to read. I'm so thankful for them. You know what I'm saying? It has been a challenge. I'm being 100% authentic here. Being home with your family 7 days a week, 24/7 is challenging. And it's not just because you're together. It's just trying to balance your new norm. And that's what I was speaking about earlier, but then when I was talking to my children's teacher, like I realized from 8 to 4, I'm busy being a mom/teacher, even though they're live in Zoom. You know, my kids are smaller, so I still have to assist. I still have to listen to the teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah, you know, make a word, but that's what it is. And you know, I have a business.
Yeah.
I still have to, you know, cook and, you know, attend to my husband. So like, it's hard to balance everything because there's a short amount of time, because the time I used to do it was when they're in school, but now they're home and I'm basically teaching and doing the homework. Like if somebody calls me, I have to be like, oh, we have to reschedule this for later on this evening to get things done. So it's been challenging, you know, trying to balance everything that's going on and, you know, dealing with the, pandemic, taking a big hit financially. That stuff still like it's hard. But I thank God every day that even though I had taken a huge hit, that I'm still living. And that's a blessing because it could have been a whole different outlook, a whole different outlook, if I didn't have a part-time job, if I wasn't like saving money from there, if I didn't take extra measures, because it's real in these streets. People ain't like hiring, people ain't doing stuff. And if I wasn't so like tight when I was, I thank God for, financial freedom, Days Ramsey, because I did that financial freedom stuff. I thank God for those things because it propelled me for the things that we're going through right now, and I tell everybody, and I still talk about it, we need to plan, even without the pandemic, just like, hey, if something happens, will I be okay? Do I have enough money saved, for food or rent? Definitely have two kids who, like my husband told me the other day, he's like, yo, we're going to have to figure out our food situation because my son and daughter, they eat like they eat more than me. Like it is like, what the heck? They it is, I can't believe how much food they have been consuming. I'm like, my grocery bill, guys, because I always talk about I'm on a budget. My food bill has to change because it's like we ain't gonna make it. We ain't gonna make it. How much they like to eat? Oh, that's my alarm. I gotta go stop it. Let me pause. Me, Quest, take over. Hi. I'm gonna stop Kim. How much I see my butt.
So yeah, I'll pick it back on what she's saying. You really have to be thankful for life, because like this whole year with the pandemic has been crazy for a lot of people, and not just with the pandemic, but everything that is attached to the first domino tilting over. Like she said, with people with their jobs and their finances and families being home and the whole new learning for the children and the jobs be like it's so many different dynamics and people was already not well and already sick, and now this is additional and people still not taking it serious. They're not taking it serious. Even with me, I'm like, you're like, oh, I need to get out. No, I don't. I'm like, maybe you're not getting hit so close to home, but I've been getting hit close to home with this thing all year round. Like one of my good friends just passed away the other day from this COVID stuff. It's real. It's not like I'm stopping my life. I'm adjusting to my new norm and still making sure that my my heart is okay and finding my happiness in the new norm. I enjoy doing music. I'm still doing it. I'm just not on the stage. Do I miss the stage? Yes. But I will survive. You know what I'm saying? Just like when it comes to radio, do I miss actually being at a radio station? Of course I do. But I'm still doing what I do, so I'm not like stressing about it. Little things like
I've been
that.
stressing, y'all.
I know you have, but I'm just
I've
saying
been stressing.
it's real, and it's just still sick that it's been almost a year and people still not taking it serious just because they're not personally affected.
And we're all, and it's the thing that's crazy about that, I feel like everybody has to be personally affected by it in some shape, form, or fashion because the schooling's not the same. So if you have kids, that's been changing. When you have no one ever been quarantined or on lockdown, so that affects you in some type of capacity. So even though you're probably not sick or you probably didn't lose somebody or you're okay financially, you still got some type of affected. Like you,
yeah, but a lot of some people like I'm living my best life. I'm making more money than I did before, and I get to chill. And I'm like, I'm so happy for you. But let's not be so mean to what's going on with other people around you. Not saying I want you to be sad and miserable. It's nothing like that.
No.
It's the same thing like you over here bragging about eating a sandwich and you you see all these homeless people in front of you. It's just not nice.
And we should be mindful and helpful to one another. And that's why I'm thankful because during this pandemic and seeing everything that has transpired and knowing that, I am fortunate enough that I'm going to have my normal Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I'm saying? I still have lights and food and my mortgage gets paid. Like that is huge because I could have been. It could have been a whole different situation, and that's just real life. If we want to just keep everything 100, it's just real life. It could have been a whole nother situation. I was still able to travel. Those things are blessings, and I'm not taking anything for granted. And I'm really thankful for that because it has been hard for me to process. Even when if you do have savings, but seeing that you chip away at it, that's hard too. Like those that's still like that's what you gotta say, that's what it's there for. But doing these different things
Just because you've been putting money away for your rainy days, now I mean you wanted it to rain yet.
Exactly. And you think God, like, oh, thank God I've been doing that. Some people are like, oh, don't wonder why, I don't always do certain things. It's because I have two children. I have two dependents who are depending on to make sure, like, the only
reason they call them dependents because they depend on you.
Yeah, exactly. They're not normal, just not going to school, but everything else has kind of been the same for them. And I'm blessed, and I thank God every day that it was like that. I'm the one mostly struggling. Like, oh my God, you're here all day. All I hear is mom, what. Like, oh my God, I need to change my freaking name. Like, I'm really like on like they're Stewie, but I have two Stewies, not one but two. I'm like, leave
Stewie and Cena.
Hide me.
They'll find you for sure.
But it's a blessing, and I'm really thankful for you because I know sometimes I come in like, question, these people drive me crazy. Like, what? I understand you're tired. Go take a nap. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I need to take a nap. Or we'd be like, yo, take a bath. Like, yes. I mean, like, just certain things, because when you're so used, I'm not OCD, but I'm so used. I'm very stickler of schedule, just because I know I'm a busy person, and like having my schedule change so many times has given me like anxiety a little bit. And I haven't been able to karaoke like I wanted to, because everybody wants to be a part, and sometimes I just want to sing by myself to kind of relieve the stress. But I have been reading. I read like over 100 books, guys, since June. Like, that makes me feel so good.
Yeah, that's what you wanted to do, so there you go.
I know, I'm very excited, but I'm just thankful for life. You know what I'm saying? We have lost so many people close to us, like close to us, not like right there where it hits you in the heart. And these holidays where you want to be thankful, you always say family, but some of your families ain't there. And even tomorrow, I drop off meals to people because we can't be, together like that. And that hurts, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful that I still have, my life.
You're hurting. At least you're around your family, you know what I'm saying? At least they right there in the other room. What did he say? Please stop driving Miss Whitney a little crazy. No, let me get
Yes, another one is you're so right, Davey.
Anyway, yeah, at least your family is there to eat your little cultured food and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Why you hanging on my food? That's what it is. Quest is not here with me this year. I'm thinking she is feeling a certain type of way.
Then you gotta be Thanksgiving Uber Eats, okay, down 95.
I know.
The these people. I have to eat a TV dinner tomorrow. Okay.
No. Quest, Quest know how to cook. Oh, look at can I get on that? Hit the link. What's wrong with you?
All you have to do is, you know what it is? You have to hit the link, and it's going to tell you something, enter here. That's another, and then you click that too. You have to click that too.
Try it again, old man.
Click the link, and then the second page when it says something about Chrome or something, you just click sync in here. K-pops. But yes, and I'm just like, that's what it's all about, being thankful for what you are. That's why today, sometimes I put my little motivational things, and I was just like, holiday season, the most depressing season of the year, is when suicide is at its highest, depression is at its highest, panic attacks at its highest, everything is at its highest. Around the time it's supposed to be the time when people are supposed to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, if you are with your family, it's a blessing. If you're not with your family, it's okay. If you're around a lot of people, but if you're not, okay.
I don't want to be around people. I'm happy though. I'm happy. You know what makes me happy, Quest, about Thanksgiving tomorrow?
Okay, tell me more of your great, thankful stuff. Go ahead.
No, I am. But what's making me really happy is that I don't have to have an alarm on to wake up kids. You don't know how much that for 4 days. Like I have Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. You guys don't know. Like I don't have to say, "Hey, go brush your teeth, wash your face, brush your teeth, wash your face, get dressed, make your breakfast." Okay, guys, sign on to the school. Come on, guys. Are you paying attention? You're supposed to be live. I don't have to do that for 4 days in a row. That makes me so happy. Sorry, I'm just so happy about that. Go ahead, Quest.
Whatever makes you happy. Let's just focus on your happy moment, not my Hungry Man TV dinner tomorrow for
I
one.
ain't paying that no mind. I'm not paying. You're not gonna eat. Quest can cook. Mind you, her sister's a cook. Her mother's is a cook. She can cook. So don't let her fool you. And she makes really good appetizers. So I
Yep.
can't wait till she comes visit because she wants me to make her a cheesecake. And I told her I will make her a cheesecake. Awesome. Thank you. Um, but I told her I want her to make me her little buffalo balls that she makes.
I don't call them balls to be
Rolls.
respectful to the men. Like, hey, would you like to try one of my spicy balls? No, they're called bombs. They're buffalo
Bombs,
bombs,
whatever, but they're
burger
delicious.
bombs, Philly cheesesteak bombs.
She makes really good appetizers.
Because you realize it's just like Mexican food. You know, it's the same 5 ingredients. You just flip it different ways. You know, like tacos, chalupas, enchiladas, quesadillas, like all of that.
Oh,
Toquitos,
say quesadillas.
quesadillas,
Quesadillas.
toquitos, all of that. Like it's the same ingredients, just made differently. So it's kind of like beef patties, empanadas, egg rolls, bombs. It's just a different type of like breading and everything. You know, it's so good. What? Oh my god! Wait, what? Oh. So she over here talking about how she get to be around her family, get this whole culture dinner, right? And then all this love, and you say awesome to her, and then I'm over here talking about a TV dinner and one buffalo bomb, and now you're saying you can't wait to try it, so you will put me in the kitchen too.
Quest is a hot mess because she knows Thanksgiving is like I cooked this all on Sunday.
That's what I was telling people. They was like, "Are you going home for Thanksgiving?" I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, if I want to see my family, I can see them anytime. I don't wait for Thanksgiving to see them. I don't wait for Thanksgiving to have a meal. People are like, oh, God, it's so excited for Thanksgiving to have a big meal. I'm like, if you make the regular meal and add 3 more like dishes, it's Thanksgiving on a Wednesday. I'm not
The only thing, the only thing that Thanksgiving is that I make a whole turkey, but I make like turkey legs and wings throughout the year and here. The only thing is I'm making a turkey, but I always make collard greens, peas, macaroni. Like this is basically that, but I haven't made it in a little while. I've been trying to I've been doing a lot of fish stuff, like salmon and cod and shrimps and pasta.
Oh, so you just been making all my favorite stuff and cod and salmon and everything, right?
Because I knew
You think
Thanksgiving
you're
was
all set.
coming, and I didn't want to be making, my traditional stuff that I
Yeah,
always
you don't
make.
want to make on Thanksgiving the same thing you make every Sunday for your family. Great. Totally understand. Yeah.
So I've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of fishes and steak.
Really? Interesting. That's great. So happy for you.
Quaz talks to me every day, so she knows I've been eating this food. That's why it's even funnier because she already know. Because I send her pictures too, and she be sending me the funniest gifts, like she's coming over for dinner. But yeah, I didn't want to. I haven't made it this month.
Are you done?
I haven't made
What didn't you make this month so we can be sad for you? What was it?
Thanksgiving for like yams. I haven't made it the whole month.
She didn't have yams for a whole month, you guys.
Or macaroni cheese or collard greens or
I don't
ham.
know how she survived a whole
I didn't
30
make
days.
the whole month of November because I knew Thanksgiving's in November.
That is so exciting. That's like people like, look, I know it's cold in November. If you could hold off a little bit to December 25th, I'm telling you, you're gonna get that cold, okay?
They ate though. They just didn't have, this stuff. And I only make my homemade stuffing for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So that's something new too. Well, I make it from scratch, like the chicken gizzards and livers and onions and all that stuff.
Yeah, so back to me. So earlier we were talking about Thanksgiving and stuff, me and somebody else, and she was saying how her kids are growing up so fast. They're like only 10 and 11, and they're like 10 feet tall, so their appetite is even bigger, right? And then I was like, yeah, so imagine you enjoy your family tomorrow. I said, oh, I'm not gonna be with my family by myself tomorrow. Oh, I'm so sorry. What? I was like, I don't need that. Someone else like, oh no, really? All by yourself? I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? You know why? Because society brainwashes people that when it comes to these holidays, it's a must that you be around family. So when you're not, people feel like they're missing something. Like society tells you that you need to be in a relationship, you need to be married. So when you're not, you need to have children, it makes you feel like you're missing something. No,
You're
that's
not.
what to go back to just being whole within yourself.
All you're missing is being tired. Your feet hurt. My feet hurt right now. I'm tired. I've been cooking for 2 days. And that's why I'm doing everything today because I said, you know what, this Thanksgiving, besides doing my Uber Eats or Meals on Wheels, I'm going to come back home and warm my food and watch TV and just relax. Because I'm like, I don't want to do anything else. Like, I won't mind being alone, honestly. Like, but I know it's not going to happen.
Like,
Sometimes it's so quiet. But that's why I'm glad I don't have to wake up early. I have some movies already set that we haven't watched yet. But I know everybody's one great thing about Thanksgiving is I know everybody's going to take a nap.
one thing I don't like about Thanksgiving is all the people who haven't talked to you all year. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm like, who's this? I'm at the with them. Who's this? Oh, you again. All right, I'll see you next. Matter of fact, I see you on my birthday, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So it's only in the last quarter of the year, so we're good.
And New Year's. Usually people say, Happy New Year!
Don't.
The nap part, after you eat and you watch that movie and the basement, you know, on the surround sound, and you go, best part.
And I'm right here.
But my husband's sad, guys, because we were supposed to play tomorrow night, the Ravens, and some people had a COVID, so they kicked us out, and now the Ravens versus Steelers is not going to be until Sunday. So that was my evening thing, but he doesn't know. I'm going to do karaoke. He thinks we're going to watch that other game, but I'm going to D-block him.
You said D-block, his favorite group.
It is. But I'm like, well, the Ravens and Steelers are not playing, so let's do karaoke. He's going to be trying to fight me.
We're going to have a great Thanksgiving, and I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to be great sitting here all alone with
bring it here. Bring it in.
I'm going to be here all alone.
Stop.
With my TV dinner.
Don't listen to anything she's saying, guys. That's not.
No, the part people don't realize is I like being alone.
Yeah, us be trying to kick everybody out.
I'm a people's person. I'm here to help heal your heart and help clear your mind and put a smile on your face. But I love being alone. I love not being bothered. I love when my phone don't ring, even though I swear I love being on them all the time. I don't. It's nice when they don't ring. Unless it's business, because I definitely want the coin for sure.
Amen to that.
But if it's not business, and if you really don't have to contact me, don't. No, but yeah, I am going to cook tomorrow.
She is.
And it's gonna be lovely. And I may even post it, but don't hit that quest. I look good. I'm coming over. No, you're not.
Go ahead. Let's make good desserts too.
Stop telling people I know how to do the beginning and the end as if I don't know how to do the middle. Okay, wait, you gotta stop.
You do know how to make the middle. I'm just saying, because most of the time when Quest comes around, I'm cooking, but like when we do appetizers, Quest does really good appetizers.
What I look like cooking the main meal, like you said, you the chef, right? You chef.
That's my point. So, but I be seeing her posting, she'll send me pictures like, "Oh, look what I made." I'm like, "You never made that for me." That's the thing. When I go to people's houses or anything, I'm always in the kitchen. They're like, "Because what? You don't like other people's cooking?" I said, "Doesn't mean I want to cook all the time. Just put a little heart and effort in your food you're making. That's all I'm asking."
At least for your guests.
Yeah, look, put a little salt and pepper. Jeez, I'm not asking for a lot. You can make me an egg. Toast me a bagel.
Wait. I was missing New York bagels the other day. I'm having a moment. Look at that. I really, because fresh New York bagels is different. Even though I appreciate Thomas and Linden's or Linder's, whatever it's called. I appreciate them, but it's not
like the fresh bagel. But I do appreciate the people who I do visit who realize I only eat certain types of food and go out and buy the ingredients I like. To you guys.
Look, we're not going to get bright and early. We're actually going to get Tropicana orange juice because Whitney will be in the building, okay? Orange juice.
Real butter, not margarine.
It tastes so different.
Deli cheese, not Kraft. Thank you. But it's funny because people do that. And another time it's funny. Now you probably think I'm like bougie or something when it comes to my food. But people. But if you want me to cook on my vacation, at least have the stuff you know I like to cook with. That's all I'm asking.
Yep.
But I appreciate the people who do that. And if you're watching, you know who you are. I appreciate you. And you get the syrup that I like.
Are you ready?
But you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I do. So, on that note, I think it's time to wrap this up because Bonnet Lady clearly is going to have an amazing day tomorrow, and I'm so excited for it. That's what I suggested.
You know, it's amazing because Quest is always a part of it, and I will call her on Zoom, and we'll do karaoke together, and we'll eat together.
First of all, I have plans tomorrow.
Not tomorrow evening.
Yes, I do. Tomorrow evening, that's when I'm going to eat my food and watch my movie and relax and do it.
Whatever. Fine, then. I will do it with my peoples here. J-on and J, John, JJJ for life.
I have plans tomorrow.
Oh my God, guys, we want to say thank you for tuning in to our Thanksgiving edition of Wednesday Escapes Wednesday. And I probably post some pictures of delicious looking food. Or not, I might just eat.
Like a caption, this is what your plate's supposed to look like.
Yeah, I might just do it just because.
I'm making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
If you want to see some of my food, just scroll through last year's food. I don't got to do this every freaking year.
No, not last year. Well, last year was, no, not last year.
Last year, Christmas, because Thanksgiving I wasn't home. So just scroll through, you'll see food. I always got food sometimes, but tomorrow I'm probably not going to do it. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to eat. Watch a movie like this.
Slide in my DM and show me her plate.
Oh, I would do that. I would show
her putting our Whitney's Escapes social media in the story, just not on the page. It's gonna be in the story. You know?
Yeah, I might do that. Like, give y'all a little taste of little things that's going on. But I appreciate all you guys. I'm thankful for all you guys. I'm thankful that we're all still here together where we can laugh and talk about my culture. Since Chris says, I'm my culture food. I'm sorry. I am a Southern belle, even though I don't live down south, but I cook really good.
Our roots? Our roots is from the South.
Yeah. Even though I cook better than most of the people in the South.
Oh, we're not gonna go there. You know why? Because there's different people in the South. There's the type of people in the South that just, settle. Then there's other people who got the auntie with the arm. You know what they say, if your auntie ain't got that arm, she cannot make the potato salad. Don't act like you don't. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Last tip, wait, everybody Chris got me on my thing. Sometimes you gotta do stuff from scratch. Like I make my sweet potato pie, honestly, by hand. I don't use a mixer. Some things you gotta make by hand. You gotta mix it up yourself, smash it up yourself. It just come out better than that. Y'all need to stop trying to do these quick fix type of things. It's not authentic. It don't taste always great. Get the real collard greens, take out the stem, roll them up, wash them, choo, 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 choo. Do some, you gotta do some old fashioned cooking. Make the cornbread, get the baking powder, the cornmeal, the flour, a little bit of sugar, salt. But you gotta do some old fashioned type stuff.
Or you can tell Whitney to hush up or her. We're homemade stuff. You guys is busy. You're tired. You ain't the chef. You didn't go to school for it. So you go ahead and get your patty pie, okay? You go ahead and
do it.
Wait a minute. And you go ahead and get your Jiffy cornbread. And you go in and get your stovetop stuffing. And you get your Ocean Spray jelly cranberry. Whatever makes you happy.
You could do the Ocean Spray. I do Ocean Spray.
That's the only thing you approve.
Don't judge. I'm not judging. I'm just saying sometimes, just to change it up, just do it old fashioned. It comes out really good, guys.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Oh, David with the quote of the day.
So I'm about to go give me
Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Quest Thursday, pre. Yeah.
Yes. Love you, Quest.
Love you too.
And guys, I hope you guys really have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I don't care what you eat and drink. The key is you're
I know I
here,
really
you're
care,
alive,
but, yeah.
you're eating, you're drinking. Just enjoy life.
And I'm gonna enjoy getting off this thing so I can go put something in my belly. You know, like a slice.
I gotta finish this meal. Love you guys. See you next week.
All right, that's enough.